Okay, so we're going to continue our discussion here on graphing absolute value functions. So what we're going to do now, we're going to apply those general transformations that we had talked about in the past. So remember, we do those horizontal translations, vertical translations, and then those stretch and compressions. So again, this is all based around the standard that we have here. So the key thing you want to remember is we want to find the vertex. We always want to find the vertex. That's the most important thing. And then we can use the vertex or two other points to help us graph our picture. So I always look for the vertex first. It's the very first thing. Now remember, the vertex of the parent function is at 0, 0. So now I'm going to look at my equation here because it's telling me how the graph is moving. Now, since we have that -5 here inside the absolute values, that's telling us that we've got a translation of 5 units to the right. Remember that the horizontal movement is kind of opposite what we'd think. So that -5 is telling us we're moving to the right. And then the -2 outside the absolute value, telling us we're moving 2 units down. So if our vertex was originally at 0, 0, we're moving it 5 to the right and 2 down. So our new vertex would be here at 5, -2. You can see that in the graph. So what you can do then is determine the location of some other points. So they use the common ones that you'd see in the parent function. They use 1, 1 and -1, 1. So if we look here at what our function is doing to our inputs and outputs, so our original parent function coordinates would be x, y. So that -5 inside, remember, tells us we're moving to the right. So that means our x coordinates, we will add 5. Our y coordinates, here we have to multiply by 4 because that's our vertical dilation, and then subtract the 2. So that's how our coordinates are changing here. So if we start at 1, 1, it's going to get changed to 6, 2. And if we start at -1, it's going to then be changed to 4, 2. And those are there on your graph. Now's the time when you want to check those instructions on Canvas. There's an announcement on how you can actually use your calculator, because you can actually use your calculator to do the graphing and get coordinates that way rather than doing these all by hand. Okay, so check out that announcement on Canvas. That's going to be a great way to not have to figure out all of these coordinates by hand, though you do need to be able to recognize immediately that vertex coordinate, okay, because that's the most important one, the vertex. So make sure you're recognizing where that vertex coordinate is right away.